Hello, hello, hello. Damn, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Something like 10 months, I think, when I made the blog. Well, it was more than a personal blog than something else. But finally, I found my roots, and this is what I plan to do. And I'm really hyped and thrilled to share this with you. Um, and this is going to be my dev blog, like my way to become a game development blog. This is the first. My plan is to kind of show a little bit what I did, what I learned, what are my small projects that I did. I have also a Discord channel. You can join if you want. I'm posting their stuff. I also Twitter. I share little bit stuff from me. I try to be creative, and I also want to share like my progress with programming. I know a lot of people so far I read are a little bit afraid of programming, and this is where I want to share my experience because I'm basically from zero. I don't know coding. I did some assembly language, mechanical assembly language, I think, really basic when I was in my doing for my in my technical school. But I think 10 months before, I bought me some courses on Udemy, and I'm actually doing one. It's called I want to show you. It's called Complete C Sharp Unity Game Developers. I mean, I don't know, like if you know this feeling where you're on Udemy or where else, and you see like bunch of courses, and you're like, oh, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I think 1 year before I started this game development idea, I was always between what should I do? I kind of love gaming, and I love creating, but I don't know if it's really this, because you have to put a lot of energy in it. And I bought me a couple of courses. Here I can show you what courses I bought. This is here. I bought a couple of courses because it was on sale, and I was like, okay, this and this looks really interesting. Right now, I'm focusing mainly on 2D. It's like I think it's the easiest. A little bit of pixel art, and I'm at complete C Sharp Unity Game Developer 2D. I'm at 25% roughly, and I must say I love the course really well. It's kind of tough to go inside this game development process. This is like for me, it's like a huge world opened, and every small step I understand a little bit more what is going to do, what are the different steps, what you have to do, what you have to be careful, and this and that. And it's really interesting because it opens up me the doors, or at least a little window, so I can see what's all behind this, what's all behind the game, and this is really cool. Um, so I think 1 month or maybe 2 3 weeks, I sat down, and what really gave me a big opener was game dev unlock. It's really cool. This is, I must say, this course is a little bit expensive. I paid it when it was really cheap, but I like the idea behind it. It's really a lot of behind the scene things what you can learn all around game development. Not only the coding, this is what I loved here. It's like this marketing, the process, how you share, because this is like the cycle of game developer, and in these days is even more important. It's just not enough. You put a game, and you think it's gonna sell on his own. And what I loved is this all the informations about marketing and your strategy, how you want to build your community, how is the business out there, and it opened me the eyes. And also really good stuff is this what he shows, kind of illustrations with the lights and everything. It's all really cool. So um, what I did, this is a mind map sort of. What I started is the problem is, well, it's good that there are many informations where you can get about this game development, but the problem is like it's too much. And for me, it was very difficult to kind of write down everything because I saw a YouTube video there. I'm reading a book. I saw different methods here, and then I checked some information from the course, and I was like, oh damn, so many informations, and I made this huge mind map for myself. It's like game development, and I just put all the small elements here inside what I think I still need to sort out because it looks a little bit like a mess, like my head, like I know this and I know a little bit that, and oh I remember this. So I started to write down everything is, I would say, important for myself. I have a little bit about yeah, what is what is important. You know, the basics, stock asset, how to use it, what's good, um, what should I need, what skills I exactly need, what is a hype train. I also put a hologram of the wisdom, what I say for me. This is basically what I want to put all the examples, good and bad. What are the things I can learn from it? Like you probably heard many people don't do the mistake twice, you know, and you can just only learn from the mistakes. I mean, it's good to make mistakes, but if you're ready and just don't do the stupid mistakes, like let's say I have something around Unity, a little more basic stuffs, but about programming, I'm still not sure where I should write down. I was thinking maybe in Notepad because there are some codes really interesting. It's really hard to remember in your head, so I'm not sure what where I should write it down. I have some projects where I remember, oh, I can grab this code from there, I can grab that code from there. Maybe I'm gonna find a better way. For now, I don't have. Then I have some example games like this text 101 I'm gonna show later, where I did write down some interesting stuff. And this is the course I'm doing, the complete Unity Developer 2D, learn to making games. What I found it's really interesting, and game dev unlock. And if you can see the mm comparison, like here is really really, I think it's also really interesting stuff because the program and technical stuff and game design is really important. It is, but there are my eyes. There are much more what you have watched. This is like I don't know, like the meat. Maybe not so much, but like the salt, and you give a nice presentation. You know, this presentation, and it makes look so good. Sometimes you see your eye eats with you because when you see a really nice dish and how it's presented, you even want to eat more, you know. So what is the game dev unlock opened my eyes are this, for example, marketing is a so huge area, and what things you have to be careful, what things are important, like making trailer and nice screenshots. You know, this is like how you want to establish yourself in this competition market. And then I have staying motivated, something like personal things with time schedule. I come from business. I'm a technical construct manager, a project manager, and we worked on a really big project. We built a tunnel, and there is like you have all these things really in focus, like your time schedule, your milestones. And this is what I say. It's this expertise helped me a little bit to, you know, make a plan, and to do a small milestones for myself, like, oh, in 1 week I have to finish this and that. So I just kind of manage myself and not just, oh, no problem, I have 1 year, like I do a little bit of that, a little bit of this. So I want to, you know, use my expertise there. And then we have this beginner game we did. So gave them unlocked this he's with coding. It's on Playmaker. It's visual, and I tried it out. It's really interesting. So if somebody doesn't want to code at all, I think it's really cool. But for me, programming was a little bit more, I could say, more flexibility. I don't know, maybe for other people it's not, but for me it's coding. Like, I like the idea, everything is structured, you can structure yourself, you're writing down, it's like you're writing a book, you know. And for me it felt like, it feels really cool, really overwhelming. It's really like you're writing a book, and it's your book, it's your work, you know. And I still gonna try Playmaker. There's one game challenge like in 7 days. I'm gonna try it out because I want to see the both methods. There we have this start small, and this is also one thing. I think 95% of all indie game developers or overall game developers they say they're saying start small. Don't try a big project. And it's funny because when I started, I had like this idea. Oh, nice! I have so cool idea. I want to do this play mechanic. I want to add this future, and this guy has to be RPG and this and that. And then I had to really force myself and say, Lou, come on, you have to stay focused, do small games, finish them games, like do a whole loop, and not just okay, I know the mechanic, I abandon this game, I go next. Really like small steps, and I kind of think I have this under control where I say okay, I have really cool ideas, but the I just don't have the skill yet to implement. And if I want to do this, like I'm probably gonna spend so long only for this one small feature. So for this reason, I say to myself, okay, just start small. And then we have here really cool, interesting, also launch and beyond. This is also very interesting. Like when you publish your game, what's gonna happen next? What you can do about this whole translation languages, localization, how you have to apply to Steam, and this is like really this is all the information like behind the scene, what you have to do. I like that in the other courses, like you focus only on game design and programming. This is really nice, but they really tend to lack beyond. What is beyond? What is the start? The idea, how you start, how you prepare, how you share with your community, and finish and release. This is what the most courses don't have on Udemy, what I found. And this is where game dev unlocks really shined for me, to all these behind scene informations, and about again making your game. What are the hard, important stuff? And I think burnout is really a possibility. I mean, I have holidays, but I can see there is one game I'm gonna show you. It's a text adventure game that I made. It was a part of the course. For myself, this was really tough. I'm with writing. I think I'm going really deep and sometimes too deep, and then I kind of overwhelm myself because I want to give the feeling like it's something unique you want to do, and I spent I think way too much time because it's text adventure game is still limited and you just only the text. It's not so appealing when you do like I don't know adventure game where you really walk in the world. You can walk and you can interact with other NPCs, and it's more interesting when you just read the text. It's like it's 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 difficult in my eyes, but I really wanted to finish this project, and I wanted to feel it's my own, it's my unique touch. I don't just write something stupid. So I think I did really hard, and 1 2 times I was tended to look social media and doing something else, and not spending time on the text. And I felt the first time for me like eh, damn, keep up motivated, because after this game you have another project. And I was happy. Okay, when I finished it, I was like, oh nice, I finished the writing and I came to an end. I'm happy with it, and now I can go to my next project. And I was like already, yes, nice, I'm so happy, so cool. So here I have about marketing. It's still nothing inside, sorry, but I kind of gonna sort it out. Then we have market analysis. This is also really interesting. I was looking at a YouTube video from the creator of Necrodancer. He gave also us a couple of inside informations, really cool. How not to make a video game. This was also like really crazy case study, where game indie developers said their stories when they actually failed. And I think this is really also really good thing to learn and to understand before you start, going like positively and say it. I mean, of course you should follow your passion and you should stay positively, but always have this, real, I would say realistic expectations to be careful. You don't do this, follow this rule. Don't just release your game. You have to take the player experience into your game. Don't just like work on your idea and expect everybody gonna love it, and like kind of go a little bit back. This is what I learned and what I feel. Like share the idea, share your ideas, do a small prototype. I'm gonna show you this, and just get the feeling. And honestly say, it's really positively. I'm gonna go to this a little bit later. What we have here, game dev team. This is from some YouTube videos. Project management. This is also really interesting. This is one part for me. It's also very interesting. This Q&A, quality assurance. Like I did read some articles about big games, AAA. What are just a little bit about this structure. What is your team? What is everybody doing? What everybody should do? Just like I love to know a little bit more around it. Game development. It's not like just okay, bam, program game, it's done. It's a little bit more, and especially because like my personal dream is to open up a game development company and kind of make games, and make games and have fun, and don't follow in this trap where you have to focus like really on the money. I know it's really difficult, and I can understand that it's difficult, because if you want to make your company and if you want to at least live for that, and I think it's very difficult, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. And this is because I try to think realistically, like what is important. If you run a company, like you are like electrician, or I don't know, you are a painter or something else. You love this work, but you have to understand, like sometimes you have to treat it a little bit as business, and you have to be fair and believe in and you succeed. And if you're succeeded and you're smart and you do it with your heart, this is like you can do it. You then you work for yourself, and this is my goal. So for this reason, I also want to understand this business. What is this inside this monetization? Well, here I did not write much about it, but like the inside structure of a game development business, from companies. So I have this understanding. This is what I wrote down, and Holocron of the Wisdom is a little bit short. I did make this idea where I want to fill out where what is good, what is failures, what I can learn, because I think it is really good with these possibilities today in the internet, where you can read what are people thinking about a game, what should you add, and like the hooks, what makes a game good and what makes a game not so good. And these are really important stuff. Like it might be something small, but it's maybe really impactful. So here I want like kind of have all these ideas and things, like, oh okay, ego shooter sucks when you have, like, I don't know, puzzle mechanics, something like that, or this game failed because for this reason. And so I can see and remember myself, okay, Lou, don't do this mistake, like really, like don't make next Flappy Bird with other graphics and you think it's gonna be great, this stuff. So let's jump in my projects. I'm gonna show you some stuff what I did. This is like kinda, I think, my first project where I learned to use some fonts, and this is really a text adventure where it's a clicker, and when you start here, let's go on maximum on play. I may be gonna release it on a web page. We'll see. It's not many people. I just showed it a couple of friends and my wife, and yeah, it's interesting, but still a little bit the color, a little bit chaotic. And we have this text where you can have options to this, to that, and this is like right now it doesn't look so much, but I have here my states, basically my text fields. And when you can see here, like I did like I don't know, like 25 or something, and everything is filled with a text, and where you have to click one or two, and it goes to the next state. It was really cool lesson where they said you don't have to write the text in the code, so you have this flexibility with the states. And this was like one of the first things. What I want to show you is this my diagram from the haste, and you can see this is really interesting. This is like your storyboard, and oh, it's loading, yeah, here. And as you can see, it's like so much. And I worked like 3 4 days on it, no joke, where you start, and then you go to the next field, and then you have to choose A, B, and when you choose something wrong, like you died, and then kind of a little bit of a loop and a story how it works. And I was like here, and I was stuck for many weeks, and I think was the reason why I actually stopped learning about game development. When before, I don't know, like, yeah, 1 year when I bought the course, and it was one of the first lessons, like, write a small story, and I just couldn't progress. I was like, what is the easy thing I can do? And then I was just, I don't know, I was just like, man, and then I started playing games again. I don't know. And then this is really what I came through myself, and I said, no, Lou, this is something you have to learn. Story writing, you have to understand how it works. And as tedious as it was, I jumped in the ice cold and said, okay, damn, I'm gonna finish it. And I finished it. I'm really happy. So here's this text game. Then the next game I did, a prototype, let's say. It's a space adventure 3D. It's really cool. It was a course my friend, a good friend of me, Rauk, I know him for a long time from back from the streams. He posted me a Russian programming course, something like 3 days, 3 nights. You can make your own small game, and I jumped right to in, and it was really cool. At that time, I did know like only a little bit for text game programming, and I really jumped in, and it was so cool when I did put the small ship inside the game. I was like, wow, so cool. And when you had like different lightning positions you could do, it was so amazing. It was, I don't know, like I felt like a small child. It's really cool. And then you have this wait a second, explosion, restart, collision, I think, game boundary. And this, with game boundary, what happens when you shoot particles or lasers? It doesn't just delete from themselves. You have to put a game boundary, and all these things came like, I understand now. This worked in the games. They made it like this. It was really interesting, like all the small things you did, and then you saw it, what happened there. And let's start the game quickly. I think it's on maximize. It's okay, no problem. I think we can start here. I add a little bit music, and then you have this button also with fonts, really cool. And then here you have this small ship, and he's shooting the laser. And there's a little bit of particle effect, and there's a high score. Oh, it's destroyed. So the thing was that at the moment they didn't finish the whole loop. It was like when you died and done. And I wanted to release this game at least for my friends, so they can play a little bit. And I think the most difficult part was for me to do an exit button, like reload the scene. And I remember it was the code. I show you. Here is the script. It's like so huge. I understand some small things. What really helpful for me, and maybe for you if you're starting fresh, it's always cool when you can do like your explanation in your words. For myself, like, I don't know, I said, code public float means speed mix band speed. What's that? Or I said also in German, because I speak German. This is so that the asteroids flies to us. And then another thing I said, I can do with that code. It helps really much for myself. And like what they're saying, this code is for flying, or it's vector free, for three dimensional, so they can rotate. And you just write down for yourself, this code is for that. And you can do this with this, I don't know how it's called, sorry, this dash maybe. And then it's not in code, it's like inactive, and it's only the nodes you can read. And this helps me a lot. So where this is the player script, let me check. I think it's in emitter script. Nope. Controller. Oh yeah, here controller with scene management. And oh my god, for this line of code, like from when you died, you can press exit, you come back to the main. But the problem is the asteroids are not resetted, they are flying. I spent like, oh my god, 10 hours on something. I was like, I want to add an exit button or play again button where it resets everything. I kind of did, but no button, but with exit. And it's like, oh my god, so crazy. But I found one way with this scene loader, and I was so happy. It didn't work 100% how I wanted, but kinda, so my friends could at least press exit and they came back. They didn't have to close the game and then start from again, And my third project was, I think, here with, this is a number wizard where you have to guess a number, and this is mainly how you learn with text font how work buttons, and a loop, fully functional loop from start to quit to play again. And I think this is the basic, really cool, helped me. So you have like to guess, you start, I added a little cool org from me. And what I really love to work is with Text Mesh Pro. You can add many fonts, and like you start, and then you say, from 1 to 1,000, let's say 650, eh? And then you say it's higher, it's lower, higher, no, not yet, lower, higher, it's higher, tag, no, okay, lower, higher, lower, 650, bravo. And you say that's it, and then comes the screen like, congratulations, I guess your number, want to play again, you play again, and it comes back. Really cool, really nice, really small. It looks like nothing, but it's really huge step, so small steps. When when you sent this game to somebody and he was like, what is this? This is like nothing, but the learning process is really huge. This is really, really cool. And then we have the project what I'm working now, and this is really cool. I'm really happy for this project because it's like really the first time where you learn and do some physics, collider also. I did some in the Cosmos game, but here I have this like my theme with pixel art and cyber city, really cool, and I want to make stand out my own game, and it's about dash breaker, block breaker. It's called, where we can start. I don't have music yet. Well, this is my theme, my font. Like, I'm really happy about it. Slash and dash, and then you can press start, and then you have this fall. And I mean, like, it looks really nothing, but it's like it's so cool. I'm so happy that something so small is working. Like, you have this collider where the ball falls down and it jumps, from your board. They're small, and when it fell down, bam, game over. It's not finished the game over screen, but slowly, and then we can play again. Comes to this, to the main menu, and I don't know, it's like really cool. I'm really happy, and this is what I'm working on it. And so my goal is with this blog, I think I'm gonna do every month or so. So I want to share kind of my progress, where I am, how I'm feeling. Maybe it's interesting for some people, where like I saw a lot of videos game development, what is important, how to become, but I really didn't found like blogs where somebody starts from zero and just shares the experience. And this is what I want to start here, and I want to try myself. I don't want to focus too much on YouTube because it's gonna be a lot, but I want to do these game developer blogs because I think it helps also myself, so I can reflect a little bit when I watch the video and say, okay, oh, nice, Lou, you learned this, and this is what you can also learn, and kind of see my progress. So I hope it was good, and it was an enjoyment, and maybe you could pick one of that something what's interesting. Hit a like if you like the video, no problem. Tell me in the comment section what you think, how you feel. It will be interesting for myself. And yeah, I have a Discord channel and also Twitter. So step by step, maybe one day I'm gonna do a homepage with my all small games. So we'll see. Thank you, and nice Christmas. Have a good holidays, and stay tough, stay tight. It's gonna be good, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye, everybody.